Hey guys, welcome to Jeep Patriot DIY. Today I'll be showing you how to change the regular filter to an aftermarket pod filter. It's cheap, easy to do. It's going to cost you 25 bucks. It's going to give a little bit of sound to your motor. It's going to help your motor because it's a better air filter. And yeah, just watch and show you how to do that. Before I start, I just wanted to give a shout out to you guys. Already at 50 subscribers, which is awesome. Jeep Patriot around the world, Jeep Patriot Canada, Jeep Patriot United, all you guys from there. Obviously you're watching the videos, you're liking them, so I'm going to keep making videos. I do have the light bar on right now. Took me about 8 hours to do, so I'm not going to be taking it off anytime soon. I'm going to try and make a video next month probably. Try and show you guys a little bit of how I did it. I'm not going to be taking it off. I'll be showing you where I wired stuff, where my relay's set up, how I put in the light bar. I did not use aftermarket brackets. I actually went and drilled through the top, so hopefully that's not going to cause any issues. But if you guys want to get yourself aftermarket brackets, I know there's a lot of people on Jeep Patriot around the world, Jeep Patriot Canada and Jeep Patriot United that are going to want to sell you some that they made themselves. They're very proud of them and they're pretty cool actually. So just listen up and I'll be showing you how to change the regular pod filter to an aftermarket pod filter. So first thing I'm going to go through is what you're going to need for the setup. You're going to need a drill with a square inch bit. You're going to need your aftermarket pod filter. Preferably 3 inches is the inner diameter that you need for the inlet. I have about 3.5 inches, and I actually have to use a torque to get it tight on there. I'm going to be looking to get another one. I don't like how loose it is. I can actually just kind of push it off every time at the tightest that it goes, so hopefully I'll be able to do that. You're going to need a 10mm socket wrench. You're also going to need a flathead screwdriver, and you're going to need a angle grinder of some sort, something to cut the plastic inside the filter housing. It's preferable if you get a smaller pod filter that you don't have to cut anything, but because mine's a little bit on the bigger size, I did have to cut, so I'll be showing you how I did that. Alright guys, so the first thing I'm going to want to do is loosen this little bolt here with the 10mm socket wrench. That's going to allow me to move this little bracket to the side here, and then I'll be able to actually lift up this little top piece once those screws are off right there. These ones aren't very tight for some reason. You can almost do them by hand, but there you go. So from there you'll be able to move this bracket to the left here. Then after, when we take the screws off of this, you'll be able to lift the top up and be able to place it on the side. Alright, so this is where the square bit drill comes in. You got a screw right here, you've got one right in here, you've got 2 in the back that are harder to get to. I actually had to use a socket to do those ones. I'm never putting them back on. You also have the last screw right here. I'm just going to take those off. So from there, move this little bracket to the left, then you're able to open this up. So this is the pod filter that's in there normally. It just slides off. Pretty dirty actually. I'm happy I have another one. So that slides off, and then you'll use your flathead screwdriver to unhook all of this, and then we'll be able to get in there, grind a bit so that we can take some of the plastic out. So my pod. All right, so we just need to take this little collar off here, loosen it. I mean, you don't have to take it off. That's loose. The little plastic kind of air dam that goes over the battery, take that out. We'll leave that to the side. And then you should be good to just pop that out, pop it out of here, and this little collar's always in the way. The last thing you're going to need to do is this little rubber housing here. It's so tight for some reason. I have so much trouble taking it off. I can put it back on easily, but taking it off is so tight. That is what she said. There you go. That's off. I've actually got water in here, which I don't like, so I'll be figuring out why there's water in here. So I'll come back to you on that one. Alright guys, so like I said, I have a bit of a bigger pod filter. When you put it in here, it's kind of goes over the top. I didn't take anything off the top. I took some off of the bottom here. You'll see usually there's 3 little rows of plastic that go through. I actually took I grinded most of that down with my angle grinder, so go ahead and do that if you need to. From the top, I don't really want to touch any of this, just because of the piece that is connected on top of that. I'm not sure how deep I can go, so I'm not going to be doing that. So the next step is going to be getting your pod filter on here pretty tight. I'm going to have to use a torque again because I'm too cheap and I don't want to go buy another one. Alright guys, so the pod filter's back in. Now all we have to do is put it back into the engine bay. Very simple. Like I said, this is probably the easiest $25 mod you can do. And really, there's no harm in doing it. So you might as well do it. So first thing I'm going to do is that little rubber housing that I hate. Just going to plug her back in. Plug in this bigger housing, and then we're going to tighten up the collar with the flathead screwdriver. It doesn't have to be too tight. There you go, that's good. Alright, and now just pop back. There's 3 little holes that the filter pops into. There you go, that's good. It's back in, I believe. Yep, that's in. And then from there we're going to put the top back on and put the bolts back in. And that's pretty much it. Alright guys, time to put the top back on. You're going to see with my bigger air filter, there's a little gap here. And that's what I don't like. And that's why I said if you can get a little bit smaller pod filter, that's going to be magic. It's going to help a lot. I'm starting to wonder if water's actually getting in there. I'm hoping a little bit of water's not going to do anything. The other thing is, if your pod filter is too big, I've been told you can actually cut out the bottom. Now I'm not 100% sure on that, so don't trust me. Trust what you know. So if you want to cut out the bottom, and that's going to give you more room for your pod filter and take off this gap where the water's coming in under the hood, then go ahead, be my guest. I'm not going to do it for now. I'm going to wait until I get some better professional advice for that. But let's go ahead and put the screws back in, leave a bit of a gap here for now. I'm trying to figure out what I can use to actually cover that gap. I have a bit of metal sheeting, maybe try and figure out a way to get the metal sheeting to fit with these holes that are on the side here, so that I'm able to not get any water in there. So yeah, I'm just gonna put these screws back in, put this bolt back in, and then we're good to go. Alright guys, so I'm going to start with these 4 screws, and then I'm going to move on to the bolt. Now one thing you want to make sure when you're screwing these ones in, if you do have that bigger pod filter, is make sure it's not moving around in there. Make sure it doesn't get pressed out of place. That creates an air gap, then you can have problems. So it looks good and tight in there. That is what she said. Oh no, I just lost a screw. Should be able to get it back. There you go. I got the screw. Alright, so it looks good and tight in there. I'm just going to make sure through the crack. Yeah, it's not moving in there. I put it in pretty tight. Man, you guys are going to be making so many jokes about that. Last screw, I'm not putting the ones in the back like I told you. I get so lazy when I'm putting stuff back in, and I don't usually put all the screws back in. But last screw and then the 2 bolts, then you're done. Alright guys, that's it for that. Put this little piece back in. They call it the air dam. Pop that back in. Now I'm going to close the hood, give you a tour of my car, just show you what I've been doing and stuff like that. So I'll come back in just a sec. Alright guys, so far for my 2012 Jeep Patriot North Edition 4x4, I've painted all the little emblems, all the logos on the car. I would never leave it chrome. Personally, I do not like chrome. For you, do what you want to do. Don't let anybody tell you what to do on your car, because in the end, you want to like your car. You don't want other people liking it and you hating it. That's going to make it not fun to drive, not fun to have it. You'll be paying your car for nothing, and it's literally a waste if you don't like your own car. Painted the front grille, plastic dipped it, put some angry eyes while I did that. The other thing, and I know you guys are waiting for the video for that, is the light bar. I put a 42-inch light bar on there with the brackets that came with it. Other than that, there isn't much. Next week, I'm going to be putting a sticker across the front windshield. I'll be showing you how to do that. I make the stickers for Jeep Patriot Canada. If you want one of those, send me an email and I'll hook you up with one of those. They're $8 I'm selling them for across Canada. If you're in the US and you want a sticker, email me. I'll try and hook you up. I've never actually shipped to the US. I don't know how it works yet, but email me for that and I'll try and hook you up with a good deal, especially if you're on Jeep Patriot around the world. or Jeep Patriot United. Those groups, they're awesome. Everybody loves them, so get on there. So I'll show you my Jeep Patriot Around the World sticker in the back, and I'll show you a couple of my other emblems for now. You guys understand, right? So this Jeep Patriot sticker is on, or Plasti Dip is on. Those are my wheels. They're Fast HD HD series wheels. My tires are Firestone FR 710s. They're good tires, not for all-terrain. I'm waiting to get all-terrain tires right now. Probably gonna go with 235/65 17s. Don't ask me about tire sizes, guys. I don't know. I just listen to you guys most of the time. So that's it for that. So there's the rest of my car there. If you go to the back, I've got the hook hitch. The 4x4 is Plasti Dip. The Jeep is Plasti Dip. Fresh as fuck, for sure. And North Edition is Plasti Dip. And guess what, guys? I just realized I got some water in my rear tail lights, so I'm going to be figuring out a way to fix that. Actually, I just found a crack in my rear tail light, so that's awesome. Who wants to send me a rear tail light for free? And there's my Jeep Patriot Around the World sticker. Other than that, there's not much to my car. Again, wheels are 17 by 8, I think. For some reason I'm having a blank and I can't remember if they're 17 by 7 or 17 by 8. The other decal I have on here, the Patriot side decal. I'm going to show you a little close-up of my light bar. There's the brackets it came with. There's the hole that I accidentally made at the wrong spot that now I have to fill in with something. And yeah, that's about it, guys. So next video is going to be a sticker on the top of the windshield. Cool little banner that I want to do. I'll also be putting my Jeep Patriot Canada sticker in the back there to represent Jeep Patriot Canada. It's pretty bad that I'm making the stickers for Jeep Patriot Canada now for about a month, and I don't even have one on my own. So I'll be doing that. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you want to see done on here. RRO, hopefully. I pray next month. I'm actually getting a new house, so that's gonna cost a bit of money. So hopefully I can get the RRO in there, show you how to do it. And that's about it, guys. Thanks a lot.